My name is Merlin Windsor, and I'm going to show you, I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace, and I put this, and my place looks like a dump because that's what it is. I put for many, many months, a year almost, about my father, King Edward VIII, who was married to, not to Wallace Simpson, an imposter married him, married her. My father was married to Claudia Ruth O'Keeffe Windsor, sister to American artist Georgia O'Keeffe. Now then, a 9-year seal was put on my father's. Well, my father had an addendum to a forced abdication, which made the abdication illegal. His own brother, he set up an interim government, and he trusted his own brother, who became the illegal George VI. By the way, that's Elizabeth's father, and Elizabeth is illegal. So not only did they get who my father was married to wrong, his own brother helped hijack the monarchy, and then I was born in 41, and I was kidnapped, and my Uncle George, and here he is, George the Sixth, illegal, and I am the legal heir, Victoria the Second. This is Roosevelt, this is 1939, by the way, and I think it's the only time that George the Sixth, illegal, my uncle, who helped kidnap me, ever went to the White House, or maybe even to America. But anyway, Roosevelt appointed John F. Kennedy's father, Joe Kennedy, as ambassador to England. And JFK and his brother Joe flew in and out during his father's, Joe's tenure as ambassador, especially in the when I was kidnapped. So all I know is that I was taken to Moulton, Alabama, about how I got out of there. I was taken to Moulton, Alabama, and it was a pigsty. And I was given the name of a twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey, and I married Childers. Both twins were murdered by their mother, Lina Dempsey. They were born out of wedlock. Now then, that's near Cortland Air Base that was being built then during the war. And all anybody has to ask is why a 9-year seal? What was there to hide? Also, the fact that the New World Order helped orchestrate and take my father out in my kidnapping, and my own uncle and Joe Kennedy. Then you got the Kennedy assassination and mind control, which I wrote about before I found out about my real name and kidnapping in '83. I found out. I wrote about mind control murders. I've worked for doctors and how you can program, and I'm going to show this. You can program and modify behavior. The person doesn't even know it. It's how it's done. And then they like to try to pawn it off on mental illness, saying they're helping the mentally ill when mental illness has nothing to do with mind control. So mental illness has taken the fall for a mass murder weapon called mind control that's hard to prove because it's invisible. So the ones I've spoke about over the years have been done in patterns. Now then, you would think at some point the agency doing it would bring it before court, and I'm not sure that's going to happen. Things change. But here's Timothy McVeigh. He was put to death for the Oklahoma City bombing. This is William, and it talks about putting a chip in him in case someone kidnapped him. Well, his little baby, George, that he just named after his uncle that kidnapped me. What a slap in the face. While Elizabeth and Charles and Philip Mountbatten, Philip Mountbatten, neither one of them belonged there. Philip Mountbatten's parents were from Greece, and they were overthrown. And here the Mountbattens come and help in what's happened to me. They've stood by and knowingly. I had antifreeze put in April Fool's Day of '80, and that's just one of the things. It should have killed me. I should have gone into a coma. It was hell. All kinds of laws every day have been committed against me and my sons, Mark and Scott. And by the way, I don't even know where Mark and Scott are. They have you would think that I put this on YouTube, I put it on Facebook, and on Facebook, part of the people that I have communicated with are my relatives over there. Now, my German relatives, and Germans, I believe, well, I know they have tried to help in all of it. I'm 75 years old, though, and I've lived a hell of a life, and my kids have too. But I'm going to show this one because when I talk about Dunning patterns, April the 1st after I'd done the book, and I got a letter from the U.S. Attorney, and it was June the 23rd, dated of 79. Then on April Fool Day of 80, I was still full of antifreeze, and you should see the laws that were broken then. I was taken across the state line to Moulton, Alabama, and worked for the district attorney, Fred Simpson, and Simpson as in Wallace Warfield Simpson, so you get the name Simpson. Then later, O.J. Simpson, it was used in those murders, the patterns. And when I worked for the DA in Huntsville in 80, in the condition I was in, I lived at Warren House Apartments, as in the Warren Commission covered up the JFK assassination because they'd have to tell about me and mind control. So I wrote about Larry Flint back then, mind control, and was flown out to his house later during a political campaign, and he helped me. What I wanted to go to now is I've been up here. I couldn't get jobs. I couldn't get an attorney to touch it. They would just refer me back to the FBI and say that they handle kidnapping. Well, I'm British. Can you get it's like some sick joke, Mad Magazine or something. The whole thing was my Uncle George signed illegal treaties, and since he's illegal, the treaties are illegal, and that allowed the United States to put its bases all over British soil, and therefore use it as a launching pad. And just they control everything that was British. They control the world right now, the New World Order, which is the Rockefellers, Rothschilds that have kidnapped me. They control your media. Now then, I wanted to get to the last years. They've made me, first of all, I can't even use my name. My name is Margaret Ann Windsor. Victoria II is my title. I'm not allowed to even say it. I have to go by Peggy Ann Dempsey Childers. And when I came here, I couldn't get jobs anymore in 86. And it does no good. I lived on the Appalachian Trail. People are afraid of it because in telling it all, it's a Tesla file, too, that you can create illnesses and you can cure them and you can create them. And it's back to the Tesla that was stolen in early 30s. So it would tear down, well, I was told the other day, I had to go camping, I was told that it would rock the world, the financial world, if they told all this and I were able to go home. So the hell with me is what it's been. I'm treated like the scum of the earth when I didn't commit any crimes, but I'm treated like that. And yesterday or day before yesterday, Elizabeth celebrates being the queen. She should be locked up. She has helped pull off the worst crime ever committed. If you go back to 1939 and during my father's supposed tenure when they took him out, and then after I was kidnapped, look at all the laws in 38 and then 47, the Jewish nation. Look at all the laws that were passed as a response to taking out my father, the legal heir. The world changed then, not because of the Kennedy assassination. The Kennedy, is it okay, America, for you all to kidnap a monarch and replace the monarch with your own? I mean, it's appalling. And the crimes have been committed against me. Now then, when I came here, and this is going to go, so I'm going to do the second tape, and I'm going to entitle it, the second tape and the first, Crimes Committed Against Victoria II, and hope it goes up.